Learning Mandarin is often described as Mission Impossible, or the devil wears Chinese cheongsam dress, or Save Private Me. It's so complicated because the logic of the language itself is completely different from English. Chinese characters are formed from strokes rather than Roman alphabets. And besides, you can't read most Chinese words from their spelling, or shall we say their appearance. The phonetics of Mandarin Chinese has no apparent correlation to the written form itself, not to mention how weird the tonal language is to an English speaker. Most learners report that they can't tell the difference between tones, or they can hear it but can't pronounce it, or vice versa. To pronounce the tones, it seems it's not about where your tongue should be, nor how your mouth should look. It's like, who knows? The second reason learning Chinese is such a painful experience is lack of proper learning materials and effective methodologies. Textbooks produced in China do not match local education systems or learning habits. They are either designed for Chinese native-speaking babies or for non-native students. But 100% of Chinese teaching logic is based on mechanical memorizing, with very limited consideration of the linguistic differences between Chinese and the student's native language. Suffering from a lack of resources, learning materials produced outside of China tend to lack progression, proficiency, and are often out of date. Improvements are urgently needed to teach and learn effectively. There is nothing we can do about the language itself. However, there is a lot that can be done in terms of improving learning materials and approaches to make learning and teaching Mandarin much easier and more enjoyable. First things first, textbooks need to be designed to align with local exam systems and educational goals, such as GCSE, Pre-U, etc. Secondly, high-quality learning materials such as textbooks, in-class presentations, practices, questions and answers need to be consolidated and with easy access for both students and teachers. Finally, it is important that the learning material is loved by its users. Content should be interesting, state-of-the-art, full of imagination and cool even. Learning should be like going on a journey of fun. Well, BCC delivers just these things. BCC curriculum levels 1 to 4 are 100% GCSE and partially HSK based. Learners will master 1,200 essential vocabularies and up to 2,000 desirable vocabularies. Levels 5 and 6 are in planning and will be Pre-U oriented. Compared with all others, BCC is much more out-of-the-box thinking in transforming Chinese characters into images that correlate to their meaning to help learners remember them. Unlike most other similar approaches, our approach works not only on simple characters, but also on complex characters. BCC has carefully designed different scenes and topics of each lesson to ensure that every new word is introduced in a modern, interesting, and more importantly, likable way for learners to like and learn. This approach is proven to be at least 40% more effective in understanding and remembering new words. The BCC Courseware focuses more on interaction with and practical application by the students of what they have just learned, both in and after classes. 90% of the content of each lesson is interactive, to make sure students are actively involved and thinking from time to time. The remaining 10% is embedded culture introduction and summarized grammar structures. In total, BCC provides 60+ types of question in our courseware. We have also enhanced in-class practice for speaking and listening. BCC believes culture hurdles is often a crucial factor affecting learning outcomes and communication skills. Therefore, we introduce culture topics in every lesson, which means in total we have more than 100 culture topics for learners to get to know China and Chinese in depth. BCC created and consolidated necessary learning and teaching elements into one workstation online at www.bccmandarin.com. By a simple click of your mouse, you can access courseware, homework with auto-assessment, performance evaluation and ranking, track progresses and gain bonuses, and multimedia materials. You can, of course, also interact with professionals in Chinese. Now, getting interested in us? To get started, please visit our website at www.bccmandarin.com. In the upper right-hand corner, click Login, then Sign Up, where you will need to select whether you are an individual learner or an educator, then answer a few questions. Once your email address is verified, you can use your username and password to log into your personal BCC homepage. On your personal homepage, you will be able to see different functions as a learner. Simply click on Learn and you will get access to the contents. If it's your first time logging in, you will see a notice to select a level to start with or take a test to determine which level best suits you. If you are a teacher, you will see a list of your classes. Simply click on them to access the contents. For first-time login, please use the Add Class button to add a class. Please join us at www.bccmandarin.com.